What up, everyone? It's time to do a morning stream. Let's run it. This is going to be real, unfiltered, no BS. We're going to talk about how to win your morning like anything else. Pretty typical stream. I talk about how you're winning your mornings a lot because the morning's important, guys. The morning's very, very important. And we're going to get a lot of people to hop in this stream. I can feel it. I know we don't have anyone hopping in right now, but that's fine. I'm not really too concerned about that. Only thing I'm concerned about is once people do start hopping in, we start running some shit right away. So, how about this? Let me move this a slight bit. Move this a slight bit. All right, there we go. What's up, what up? All right, what do we got? Let's do a poll. Start off the poll. First poll, did you win the morning? Hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. I was definitely woke up a little bit more motivated today, which is good because you use that motivation to ride out how you're feeling. This is the thing. I talk a lot about in morning how like I woke up, I didn't want to do anything today. Like we talk about that a lot. Luckily today wasn't that day. Luckily today was a day where I woke up and I wanted to do things. Luckily I think I had a good mental reset day, kind of like worked hard, but in a more of a work grind set kind of way than a training way. So it was a whole different vibe for me. So now I feel recharged and I feel ready to go today. And so, yeah, we're probably going to do a lot of lives today. I'm probably going to post a lot of shorts. And I'm even going to try to maybe even do an Instagram live. We'll see. Because I'm really trying to grow on Instagram. And I've noticed that I haven't gotten a lot of traction on Instagram as much as I want, at least. And I know for a fact that if I got you guys, like a community like you guys, to hop on my Instagram lives would start flying. So I just need basically my followers already to just, you know, do what they're already doing, and we should be chilling. So that should be good. That should be real good because I have been focused way too, I'm not gonna say too much on YouTube because there's no such thing as too much, like focusing on one thing. But I will tell you that my concern this past month has been YouTube, which has been good. I mean, I've gotten like 1,500 subscribers from it. So I'm like gonna get monetized, you know, very, very soon. So that was good. I'm not saying that wasn't a good thing. My point is, now I need to focus on the other platform that gets me a lot more clients and not as much like virality. So yeah, it's definitely an interesting process that we're all learning, we're all kind of doing and growing at the same time. But at the end of the day, man, this is how you get better, you know, with everything. And right now it's just my goal. You know, this isn't always going to be my goal. You're in the process of this goal. I mean, if I started live streaming 3 years ago, you guys would have saw me doing push-ups in my room. And who would have known how many views I would have gotten from that and how I could have turned that into something and even, you know, went further with that. Who knows? But I didn't do that. I didn't do that at all. Instead, I decided to be lazy and also scared of what other people thought. Like, do you know some people don't start YouTube channels because they're afraid of what other people think? Like, imagine letting someone that's, you know, probably gets anxiety when they order a pizza. Let them judge you for posting online. Like, what? Seriously, don't be afraid. Me and my friend, who were very introverted people, we had a good talk about it. We're like, look, bro, it's a different time. Before, you could get away with not having an Instagram as long as but now, like, you need Instagram. You need Instagram, you need YouTube, you need these things if you want to show your importance and value to the world. The degree is not the same to get a job. All these different things, YouTube and Instagram are extremely important. Being serious, guys, you are much better off walking into almost any job, any, like, profession that's not, like, corporate. Like, for example, say you walk into a zip lining, you know, instructing place, and some guy comes in with a degree in college, but he's never been a zipline instructor his entire life. Then some guy comes in, he's like, oh yeah, I've never went to college, but I've been a zipline instructor. Here's my YouTube channel about it. Here's what I do. Here's how I set it up. I do zip lines. I have a zipline thing in my backyard. That guy's getting the job, not the guy with a degree. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, you're much better off just kind of promoting what you're good at online, so then people could already see like, okay, this guy clearly has it, instead of just some piece of paper that every single other person now has. You know what I mean? It's hard to have these discussions because your parents are always telling you like, no, degree is very important. But if you're mature enough to do it and be real with yourself and whoever your friend is, then you guys could actually grow a lot and actually win at this life, because it is hard. What's your favorite healthy snack? My favorite healthy snack is fruit, brother. Fruit and meat sticks. Like, y'all try to act like because I only eat meat and fruit mainly as my diet, like, that's my snacks. Like, I barely eat snacks. I'm not a snacker. I usually fast and then eat one big meal or 2 big meals or something like that. But if I were to snack, it's all the same. It's just, be raw milk, blueberries, frozen mangoes, like apples, like it's all the same. It's just what I eat for lunch and dinner, but in a smaller form. But there's no difference in what I eat just because it's a snack. Like, when people try to say like, oh, like, pretzels for a healthy snack, or like, what are you doing? Like, no, you're not. Like, a healthy snack is a fruit. Like, it's as simple as that. When they try to have like, oh, I have a protein bar or a Cliff Bar, ugh, and you try to tell me that's healthy, bro, no. Get out of here with the whole Cliff Bar is healthy. That's bullshit. Sorry. Can you name a football player for an edit? Tyreek Hill, brother. Give me a Tyreek Hill edit, bro, and send it over to me, and tag me in it. Here's the thing, bro. I've always been told, give me a car for an edit, give me a car for an edit. Finally, some dude actually made a car for an edit. And not only that, it was his most viewed video on his shorts. He has like all these car edits and literally has one with me tagged in it. It has like 1,000 views and like it's like a punch buggy. And I'm just like, bro, this is the first time, because I always get those questions. Give me something for an edit. Give me something for an edit. Blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, this dude actually does it. And it worked out well. Like, he actually did really, really well. I think he still hops in the chats. I don't know. You play football? I used to really play football. I just watch it now. I played lacrosse in high school. Still play like pickup games with my friends and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely love football. One of my favorite football. One of my favorite sports. Sorry. Who is he? I don't even remember, bro. I honestly don't. I could probably look it up if I were to go on my computer right now, because I get to see who tags me and who makes videos. So I have like at least 5 videos with me tagged in them. When I was first blowing up and everyone just wanted to make a bunch of edits of me, I'm like, okay, go ahead, But yeah, go ahead, make these edits, bro. Let's see the votes. Did you win this morning? 80% said y'all did win this morning. Jesus, is that true? We got some cappers in here. 80% said y'all won the morning. I haven't even won the morning yet. How are y'all saying y'all won the morning? I feel like I'm not even done with the morning. Well, I'm not. It's 8:08. There's no way I am even close to done with the morning, to be honest. Yep, motivation's working. Hell yeah. Well, good stuff then. I don't know. Maybe that 80% has increased because I motivated y'all to start hitting your mornings the right way and not just scrolling, like actually stacking the small wins. Because again, that is what morning is. It's stacking the small wins. That's how you win the morning. That might be the most proven scientific way to win the morning, is stack small wins. Because I really can't think of anything else except like starting your hardest work the hardest. But even then, it's like you're gonna be mentally fit. I don't know. Also, my foot got like some sort of bug bite or some sort of ant bite or some sort of spider bite, and now it's like half swollen. So like, I don't know. I like putting on shoes is weird. What up, TK? What up, JD? What up, Memphis? What's good? What up, Brave? Morning stream, vibing, giving out morning motivation. You know how we run it. Most people aren't up at this time, and that's why we do these streams, because we only want the killers in here. We don't want the people that are only here for purely entertainment. Like, if you are only watching me for entertainment and you have never used one slick of my advice, I would say you're really hurting yourself. I would say what you're almost doing is you're almost like looking at a nice burger at a nice restaurant, and you're like, man, that burger looks nice, and then you're not like eating it. Like, why aren't you eating the burger, bro? Like, eat the burger. The burger is given to you. Eat it. I'm giving you advice. Use it. Don't just look at it. Don't just be like, oh, that burger looks real good, and I hope someone enjoys that. Like, no. Be like, no, that burger looks good. I want to enjoy that. That advice sounds good. I want to use that advice. Not, oh, I hope someone uses that advice. No, I want to use that advice because I actually think it's going to work. Try it out. Like I said, you're much better off using my advice and it not working than not using anything at all, just so you know. And I've never had someone come in and tell me, oh, like I used your advice and it didn't work. Every single time someone's used my advice, they say, oh, it worked. But if it doesn't work, at least you tried, okay? At least you tried. And now you know that it doesn't work, so you get to use any other advice and always go in with the mindset. And it'll probably make you want to try again because you know it didn't work, and it's going to make you want to go harder because that's how humans are. If something doesn't work, you want to go harder. You want to win it. You want to prove it wrong, whatever. It's a primal instinct. What do mangoes taste like? Mangoes taste like, I don't know. That's such a crazy thing to describe. Like, what do you mean? What do mangoes taste like? I have no idea. They taste like sugary fruit that has a tropical feel to it, but like I can't compare it to anything. I would say mangoes taste like mangoes. Like, there's nothing I can even like. I mean, if you know, you know. Can you put your hand over the phone for the NFL edit? Sure. There you go. Screen record that. Do what you need to do. Maybe you'll actually make an edit. That's the thing is, first off, you guys have to understand, every single person that ever came into my stream that was like, give me this for an edit. Give me this for an edit. I always thought, BS. No one's making an edit for me. I've gotten this maybe 100 times and I've not seen one edit. Not one person has DM'd me an edit or has sent me anything. And then finally, literally, I don't remember when it was, but I first was like, oh, there's the edit. There's an edit. There's an actual edit of something I said and made. And it got the most views for that dude. So I was like, hell yeah. So now I believe you guys to like maybe like 3%. Like, there's a 3% chance I'm gonna get an edit from this dude. Hey man, I'll always watch them. That's the thing, man. I'll always watch y'all's edits. If y'all tag me in it, I'll always watch it. Because I always look at my tags with things anyway. Oh man. Morning sun. It is a vibe, to say the least, guys. I'm being serious. I hope y'all are out here getting your morning sun too, or morning something that you feel is good for you, whether it's a workout, whether it's getting nature, whether it's that nice breakfast, whether it's like your backyard, whatever it is. I hope y'all are getting that in this morning. That's going to help you throughout the day, make you think clearer, make you think more like, I guess, in a flow state. You're not so concerned about all these other distractions. Because think about it this way. Say you start watching like the news instead of going outside. Like, how much is your brain like affected by what's going on in the news than like just looking at nature? You know what I mean? Do you think what's a way better way to start off your day? You know what I mean? That's kind of my mindset to it. Yo, you play football? I used to. Yo, is it night here? Nah, it's morning, brother. Also, y'all could probably see the sculpture I made if y'all look deep enough. Try doing a backflip. Nope, cannot do a backflip. Sorry. I know everyone wants me to. I know everyone asks me to because, you know, they think I can for whatever reason. I guess I look like I can. I can't. I can't do a backflip. What up? What up? What do mangoes taste like? Mangoes taste good. I don't even know how to describe it though. Yo, it's nighttime. Nope. Oh, it's nighttime in India. Hell yeah. Good stuff. Well, yeah. Morning time over here. We are getting our days going, getting our days started. We're trying to win today. That's the thing. It's Tuesday, right? And I don't like losing, so it doesn't really matter what day it is. Even if it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I don't want to lose today. So Tuesday we don't lose. That's just because it's Tuesday. What the fuck are you doing with the chairs, bro? I'm just stacking them. You don't build things? You don't build things for fun? Come on, man. How about you build something for fun? How about you stop going with every single rule in this world, and how about you actually do something that makes sense to you? You know, I did this because it made sense to me. You know what I mean? Maybe it looks a little crazy. Maybe with one little hit, it could fall off. Maybe if someone were to stalk me and come visit me, they could easily just stop it. True. But the truth is, hasn't happened yet. So we're still striving. I'm an Indian subscriber. Thank you, brother. Love from India. Hell yeah. What time is it for you? 8:15. What up, what up, what up, what up? Do you play Fortnite? Nope. Are you fine? Yes, I'm chilling, bro. Push it, man. Nah, sorry. Can't do it. It's too beautiful. Too much work put into this thing, man. I mean, look at, like, everything's literally riding off, like, one thing when you think about it. Like, this is riding off that thing. This is riding off this thing. Like, if I touch this one thing, it could mess up the entire situation, you know? I don't know if y'all are looking for that. Well, you know, you guys probably are. I'm definitely not, though. Name a car for an edit. Punch buggy. How do you get muscle? Train hard, okay? Eat high protein, okay? And develop a mindset of no quit and discipline where you are like, I am going to build muscle, no whatever the case is. I don't care if I'm too skinny. I don't care if I have a fast metabolism. I don't care if, you know, this person could put on way more muscle quicker than me. I don't care if it takes longer. You have to develop the mindset that you're not really like, I'm trying to get six-pack in 3 weeks. Like, I'm trying to lose weight in this amount of time. You're like, I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to do it. That's a mindset that you need to have for any weight gain or weight loss journey. Because the second you're like, this amount of this and this time, you get all screwed over with the numbers and the goals and all that. You just need to be like, I don't really care what happens. I don't really care about the results. All I care about is getting the results, so I'm just going to do whatever it takes. And that takes training really hard every single day, high-protein food. Now, when I say train hard every single day, I don't really mean that. I only mean that in the beginning because you need to learn consistency. But once you kind of get deep into that, then you train more 4 or 5 days a week to really like maximize growth and rest time. But in the beginning, some of y'all be like, oh, when should I, like, some people, like, they won't even touch the gym and they'll already, like, schedule rest days. That, to me, is psychopath. Like, you shouldn't schedule rest days. You should just earn rest days. So, like, you go to the gym 6 days a week and then you earn the rest day. So, if you go 6 days in a row, then you're allowed to rest. That's kind of my mindset for a beginner. I'm not saying that's most optimal for muscle growth, but I am saying that's most optimal for brain growth and brain consistency, especially if you're just beginning. Because like I said, you don't need to be worried about rest days when you haven't even touched a weight yet. Sorry, but that's just the raw truth, guys. I'm not going to sit here, give you guys all these splits, all this nutrition advice, all this rest time, you know, what's optimal, what's not optimal, and you're not even in the gym. I can't have it. I need you in the gym for like 3 to 4 weeks, and then I can start being like, all right, now you rest at this time, now you eat these certain foods, now you do this type of certain exercises. Like I said, if someone really, you know, is in my program, then it's a whole different vibe. But if it's just basic advice, I can't really even give you the basic advice until you get to the next step. You know what I mean? Thanks, bro, for the motivation. Hell yeah, brother. No problem. And that's the thing, is I keep it real. I'm not like every other coach that's just going to be like, I can help you. I'm your guy to help you. Like, I'm not going to just lie to you. I'm gonna be like, no. Like, I could definitely help you. Is it going to take you putting in a lot of work? Of course. You're going to have to put in most of the work, okay? But the difference is I have the tools and information that you might not have, okay? That's the biggest difference. So you guys have to understand, like, it really is for me when I talk about my coaching, I talk about how much can I really help you, okay? Like, that's, like, I need to know your situation, know how much I can help you. But I'm not going to lie to you and be like every other coach and be like, oh, I can help everyone. Everyone needs my help. Everyone just do, you know. Like, and then they just talk about, and then you sign up for their program, and then they're like, all right, here's your split, here's your diet, have fun. Like, no, that's not me as a coach. That's not who I am as a coach, and I don't think that's effective coaching at all. I think if you've ever had an online coach and that's how he acted, he did it wrong. The truth is, here's how it goes. If you have me as a coach, you're getting one-on-one calls with me, so we're going in depth with what your issue is. We're not just sitting there going like, all right, you're trying to lose weight, okay. Eat less food and run more. Like, no. I'm going to be like, why do you want to lose weight? What's the reason? Like, do you have a goal in mind? Do you, like, want to you want a better relationship with your wife? Like, do you want to be able to run around with your grandkids? Like, do you want to be respected at work? Like, what is it? Like, I'm going to go deep with it. I'm not just going to be like, oh, you want to lose weight? All right, I could help you with that. I'm going to be like, why do you want to lose weight? I mean, there's so many people out here that are trying to lose weight that don't. why do you want to? And what's going to make you any different? I tell my clients that before they, sign up for my program, because the truth is, I'm going to hit you hard. I'm going to give you what you might not want, but you will want at the end. I'm not here to make you happy. That's the thing, is a lot of coaches, a lot of influencers, they want to make their fans comfortable, okay? This is not me. This is not my approach at all. I don't look at it like this. I really don't. Like, a lot of people are like, say someone were to say on their live, like, I'm fat, what do I do? And the person would be like, you're perfect the way you are. Like, just stay watching me and supporting me and you'll be okay. And that's it, right? No advice, no actual, like, help to change. Just purely, you're okay, you're comfortable. I'm not going to do that. If someone was like, I'm fat and it bothers me, I'm going to be like, all right, well, why aren't you doing everything in your power to lose weight? Because it bothers you. Clearly it bothers you. Clearly it's not going to stop bothering you. You can't just ignore it, okay? Because we can't just ignore being fat. That's not how humans work, ever. I've never met one obese person that was able to just ignore it without having some sort of extreme mental disability. So yeah, keep that in mind, that I would make you a little bothered. I would call out my fan, because I'd rather my fan be pissed off at me for a day but live a lifetime of good human experiences than be happy with me for a couple minutes but then live a long-term life experiences of bad experiences because they chose to stay overweight, even though they knew that they didn't like it and wanted to make a change and knew that they were better and knew that they were meant for more. That's the thing, is a lot of people, they don't think their fans are meant for more. Here's the thing. A lot of people that want to say like, oh no, you're good the way you are, you're okay. Like, you ever have someone tell you that that's clearly in a higher position than you? Just so you know, they like that you're there. They like that you're there. They don't want to see you beat them. They don't want to see you grow, okay? That's the thing, is I actually want to see my fans grow. I want to see my fan be like, bro, I just did this. Like, I just went off and, like, made all this money. And, like I want to see my fans almost beat me, because it's like a reflection of my advice to a certain extent. And, but a lot of people don't look at it like that, because like everyone has ego, everyone's selfish in their certain way, but a lot of people are selfish in the way that they're like, no, like I just want everyone to like me, so I'm just gonna make sure I just don't offend anyone and just stay comfortable, stay fat, and just keep watching me. And my thing is like, no, I don't care. My dopamine comes from helping people. So if I piss you off in the beginning, it is what it is, as long as you come back to me a week after saying, hey man, you pissed me off, but I took your advice and I lost that weight, now I feel really, really good. That, to me, that's all I care about. I don't need the whole, oh, thank you for making me feel better about being fat. I don't need that. I need the, hey, man, you pissed me off 2 weeks ago. Like, you really did, okay? You called me out, and I hated it. But guess what? I used it, and now I feel better. That's what I want. That's what I want. I don't want none of the whole, like, oh, yeah, we're all supporting each other. We're all awesome, and we all say it in the mirror because we're awesome. Why are we awesome? I don't know, because we say it. Like, no. How about you do something that's awesome? So then you can look in the mirror and actually say you're awesome and actually believe it, not lie to yourself in the mirror. All these people with the whole words of affirmation in the morning, you're awesome, you're special, you're powerful. The issue is they lie to themselves in the mirror. When they do it, they feel like they're lying to themselves because they actually don't do anything powerful or special. How about you do something powerful or special, so then you can look in the mirror and it's not a lie. You can be like, I'm powerful, I'm special, I just did that last night. Okay, cool, done. Raw primal evidence proof right there. I'm not lying to myself. That's why the words of affirmation don't work. That's why we see these people that constantly go in the mirror, go, I'm perfect, I'm beautiful, I'm powerful. Then the second they walk out, someone says one thing, they cry. Because they didn't actually build any self-confidence. They just think that they are, because they think that the words are going to make a difference. Now, yes, words make a difference. Yes, the more you say things, the more it becomes a thing. Like, words are literally vibration. If I say more and more, I'm going to become a millionaire, I'm going to become a millionaire, I'm putting that energy out into the world, it will more likely to happen, 1,000%. However, you need to put in the action. You can't just do the words of affirmation. You can't just say, how do I become less depressed? And then be like, look in the mirror and talk about how powerful you are, and then go back to eating chicken nuggets and watching, bullshit TV. Like, that's not powerful. That's probably why you don't feel powerful or special, because you know what you're doing and your lifestyle isn't powerful or special. I'm sorry, but this is the reality of the situation. I'm not going to beat around the bush and try to tell everyone that they're perfect and comfortable, because I don't want that, because you guys aren't. You guys are all imperfect. You guys all have stuff you need to work on. And you guys also have an inner beast that is doing so much better than you in another reality. And you could beat that. You could be that version that's actually doing better. And that's my point, is I want you to unlock that version. I'm not looking for you to unlock the version of you that's comfortable with just watching and just sitting around scrolling. I'm trying to unlock the version of you that's like, no, hell no. I want to win. I want to win at whatever this world is. I hate losing at things, okay? And even if you may not feel like you kind of hide the fact that you don't like losing, I'm telling you right now, emphasize it. Take your losses and take them hard. Seriously, okay? Because it's going to make you never want to lose in that certain situation again. Because I know you guys take L's. I know for a fact you guys take L's. And I know you guys don't want to take as many L's as you take. And the way to do that is to prove those L's wrong by winning, working, and becoming the best version of yourself. Bro's an artist? Hell yeah, I am. Thanks for the motivation. Yeah, no problem. Do you think Michael Phoenix is... Oh, man, got screwed over there. My bad. Temperature warning at 8:26. So y'all are like, bro, it's not that hot. Bro, it's not that hot. Dude, it's hot. It's 8:26 and my phone just got a fucking temperature warning. It is hot here, okay? There is nothing denying that this is not hot here. My phone is at a temperature warning, and it's 8:27, okay? The sun came out 2 hours ago, and my phone already has a temperature warning. That's hot. That's hot. I'm sorry. That's hot. And it sucks because, like, I want to do these streams outside, but I can't sit here with a temperature warning, and that's not, I can't do it. I simply cannot do it. I'm unable to, unfortunately. Maybe y'all are. Maybe, like, y'all. I saw you after a long time. What up, what up? Do you stream every day? Kind of, sometimes. Sometimes I'll be vibing streaming every day like that. Dude, is it hot? Yes, it's hot. That's why my phone got a temperature warning. Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy, bro. But yeah, it's all good. I mean, life, here's the thing, guys. Life is problems. Life is just constantly problems, okay? So you have a couple options when it comes to like life giving you these problems. You can either be like, okay, I'm a little, wuss, right? That can't handle it, and just be like, whatever. Oh, thank you for the subscribers, by the way. We're getting hella subscribers from this live. This is fire. Thank you guys. My bad. Sorry. Thank you guys for that, by the way. So you can either do two things. You either be like, nope, I'm a wuss, I don't care, blah, blah, blah. Or you could say, no, I'm not a wuss. Life does give problems, and I love the problems. I love the problems so much to the point where I want more problems to become a better version of myself. Like, I know it's crazy as it sounds, but would you rather a life filled with problems and you constantly become stronger and more mentally resilient, or a life with no problems and then down the road you get a really, really big problem that you don't know how to handle? For me personally, I'd just rather a bunch of little problems that just, I keep on getting stronger and stronger and able to solve them. Like I said, life guarantees two things: death and problems. What you do in between, it's up to you. So you are going to have problems. Like, I remember this one dude talking about, like, man, like, I just want, like, a chill week, like, where nothing bad happens, like, no problems happen. I'm like, is that, like, possible? Like, is that how life... I don't think life has ever worked like that. Like, and, like, seriously, is there a reality of life where a week could go by and you have no problems? Like, that, to me, doesn't exist. Because you think about it, you wake up, unless you have, like, a bunch of maids, but then you have all those maids doing all that work, you're going to get lazy and bored. Isn't that a problem? So boredom is a problem? Or no, because you're constantly doing so. Like, I don't know. I just can't picture that reality. But, like, what if you're doing those things and you like, stub your toe? That's a problem. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many things out there that, like, are human problems that will never go away. Like a sore throat, for example. Like, this is the one thing I learned, when I was in my, like, phase of, like, I want to become a billionaire, all that, like, my life's going to be perfect once I make all this money, like, there will be no problems. And then this dude's like, hey, man, like, I saw this video where this guy's like, if you're a billionaire, just so you know, like, billionaires get sore throats too. Like, just because you're a billionaire doesn't mean you all of a sudden don't get a sore throat. Like, I thought once I made $1 billion, all these problems would go away. Like, nope, you still have a sore throat. You still, like, it's still, you still stub your toe on things. Like, you still, you still do normal human things that happen that suck. Like, it's not like you're just exempt from the idea of, problems. Like, you're just not, like, it just doesn't happen. It doesn't work that way. Like, you always have problems. And the truth is, what you'll notice, even when you do make money, is money problems will actually become a thing. Like, you ever heard more money, more problems? Like, it's true in the sense that, like, the more money you have, the more likely there is to be problems. Just because simply just more money being distributed around just going to cause more problems. So, yes, obviously the person that's smarter with the money is definitely going to have easier problems, and just how you look at problems in general is definitely going to be a big factor too. But overall, if you plan on having a lot of money, plan on that money moving around a lot, going up, down, to the side, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur. Because that's the whole point. It's like you make a bunch of money, you lose it, you lose. Like, it's just kind of, no one's going into the entrepreneur game not losing some sort of money at some point in their life and being like, nope, that was a bad financial mistake and I'm gonna have to deal with it for the rest of my life. Like, simple as that. It's part of it. It's part of like learning and growing as a human too. It's just that simple part of just like, okay, like, what is the problem, and figuring it out, basically. That's kind of the goal of the entire situation. Is just, what is the problem? Figure it out. Sorry. Oh my god, I am so late on this chat. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't realize my bad. Okay. What up, bro? Do you like sports? Yes. My bad. I'm so late. My bad. Oh god. This is where I mess up all the time. Why would I ask you anything? Just go ahead, brother, if you got anything. Have you watched Summer? No, I have not. Do you like watching anime? Like I said, Baki. That's the only one I like. I'm from Poland. What up? Have you had a good day? Yes, today actually has been a really good day. It's not only been a motivating day, but also I feel like this past couple mornings I've been, like, oh, like I didn't want to get up today and I still got up. Like, that's how you kind of have to do it. Like, today I wanted to get up and I actually wanted to work. So to me, it's almost like there's either two things that happen. Either my body's getting more used to the idea of waking up and going to work right away, like getting to work right away, or it's just another one of those days where you're just motivated and you just have it. And then tomorrow, the next day, it's going to go back to like, I'm not super motivated. Because the thing is, like, doesn't matter if you're motivated, you still do it. That's the point of it, right? But the thing is, if you are motivated, then it's like, okay, well, let me even use this motivation even more. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I think a big part of it was because I had a seriously hard training day 2 days ago, and then yesterday I took a lot of like rest to really just kind of work on like more the organizational part of my business rather than like training part, and definitely gave me some good like physical rest. Do you know how to what? I don't know what you're talking about, brother. Break it down and I'll figure it out. Do you know how to? I don't know. I don't know, man. Also, thank you for the subscribers. We're getting hella subscribers. I don't know from what. It might be from the short I posted, because I posted a short. It's starting to blow up. But, yeah, check out the short if you guys want. It's basically just, like, golden rules on how to boost your test. It's pretty chill. It's pretty simple, like, but valuable. Like, it's value at the end of the day. It's a value-based video, because it's purely just, like, rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3, rule number 4, rule number 5, rule number 6, rule number 7. Simple as that. And I mean, they're pretty standard, but they work. Like, if you were to do all of them, then your life would improve 1000%. That's why I put the video out there, because I'm just way more in the mindset of like value. Give you guys as much value as possible. Okay. Like, I want someone to be able to look at my YouTube, look at my TikTok, look at my Instagram, and be like, wow, like all these videos are like changing the way I'm thinking about things. I'll sub to you, okay? Can I sub to you? Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you for the sub, man. Thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, if you got any questions or need it, thank you. I just saw the sub, by the way. If you got any questions or need any advice on anything, then let me know. Put your hand up, Cameron, for Lamar Jackson. Hell yeah, bro. Love Lamar. Love Lamar, bro. That better be fire, dog. Don't disrespect my boy Lamar like that. He's literally one of my favorite NFL players of all time. I'm being serious. You guys might think I'm joking. Like, I love Lamar Jackson. Seriously. Like, I'm a Dolphins fan. Obviously, I'm from South Florida. You guys have to understand something. When Lamar Jackson came into the, like, college football state and he just started, like, running all over, like, FSU, I'm just like, who is this guy? He is going to be the next, like, best player in the NFL of all time. My dad's like, nah, he's going to get destroyed. He's not like that. He's a college quarterback. This only works in college. I'm like, no, you don't understand something. This guy's different. That's what I was saying. And I constantly always said it. And he was different. He was a beast. I loved watching that man play. I loved it. I used him. I use them all the time in Madden. My friend literally said I cannot use Lamar Jackson. Like we literally made a rule, no Lamar Jackson. Like imagine being so good that in a video game, people make rules that they're not allowed to use you. Like that's insane. But no, Lamar Jackson, he's a beast. I absolutely love watching him play to this day. Always loved his style. Always loved the quarterback running style. Always been a fan of the idea of being a quarterback that could juke out people and throw a 60-yard pass, but also run for a touchdown with the same speed as a wide receiver. That, to me, is like the best athlete. That's a true football player. So for me, I would love to see them win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. I would love to see Lamar win a Super Bowl. I would love to see Lamar continue on his, path in the NFL, not get hurt, and just continuously become an absolute beast. So yeah, hopefully that edit turns out well. Yeah, at me in it, brother. I'll definitely check it out. Who's your favorite NFL player? Probably Tyreek Hill. Lamar Jackson is a knockoff Patrick Mahomes? Nah, bro. Nah. He's not knockoff, bro. Because Patrick Mahomes is different, bro. Patrick Mahomes is way more of a quarterback. If anything, Lamar Jackson is a knockoff version of Michael Vick, bro. If anything. What games do you play? I play the game of life, brother. I play the game of life, man. I know a lot of y'all are like, oh, thank you for the sub, by the way, whoever just subbed. We're actually getting hella subscribers from this live, which is really good. So I play the game of life, man. I don't play video games, okay? You can see on this channel, it used to be a gaming channel. Actually, I played a lot of Madden. I played a lot of 2K, maybe even some Call of Duty in there. I used to be very addicted to video games. I kind of transferred that addiction to lifting weights, to eating healthy, to helping other people. So that game that I play is the game of life, like actual life. I'm not talking about the board game life. I'm talking about life, like every single day, like waking up like humans. Like I know we've kind of disconnected from actual life because we're so addicted to our phones, video games, screens and all that, but the truth is that if you start playing the game of life, you actually might start winning. That's the truth. Okay, so you wake up like, okay, first quarter, like how do I win today? Clean room. Okay, that's a touchdown. You could look at your life like that. Okay, like you could be like, did that homework assignment, that's a field goal. Ate that good breakfast, another touchdown, I'm winning by 3 touchdowns already, say you're late for school. Oh, they just scored. That's them scoring, or you're late for work or whatever. Or like, say you get an email that you didn't do good on a certain thing that you turned in for your boss or school or whatever. That they just scored a touchdown on you. Doesn't mean you can't win the game, okay? You could make another thing and then send it over to your boss and be like, here's the revised version of it, and it could actually be good, and then you just scored a touchdown. But you guys don't think about your life as a game. You guys think about it just like something you have to just do. It's like, what about this is the first quarter? Right now, I'm in the first quarter of my life in the game. It's first quarter. I'm winning, okay? They've scored like maybe a touchdown, but I've scored like 2, okay? So I'm winning by like 2 touchdowns right now, 2 or 3 touchdowns right now. And I'm in the first quarter. That's my mindset in my life right now in this day of this game, okay? You might think it's weird. You might think it's crazy. But if you're a sports-oriented person, it's actually going to help a lot. Because the truth is, once, first quarter ends, I'm going to get some water. I'm going to chill. You know what I mean? Get psyched up and ready for the second quarter so I can win. You know what I mean? But that's how you have to think of your days, as like you are in a game. You are in game mode. You are game time mode. Don't you notice that when you're in a game, your brain kind of goes a little different, like in sports, and like, you start doing things that you're like, I can't believe my body was capable of that. What if you did that like every day? Like every day you did something your body you didn't know your body was capable of. In business or with lifting weights, imagine how much your body would change. Or your life would change. I want to do that, hell yeah, but I'm young. Too young, bro. You're not too young. Just do push-ups in your room all day. You're not too young to do that. No one's too young to do that. Yo, what up? I liked. Thank you, man. Exactly, I want to. That's what I'm saying. Just do it. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I don't care. Like, here's the thing, bro. I don't care what age you are. At any age, you could start improving on your life and acting like your life is a game. I don't care if you're 5. I'm going to make my 2-year-old do push-ups. So, like, this whole idea of, like, oh, like, I'm too young to start, like, no. There's none of that. Like, none of that. I don't do that. I do, if you are old enough to realize you want more and you want to start doing a certain thing, then you're old enough to do it. I know that sounds crazy. And it doesn't always apply to every single thing. But when we're talking specifically about lifting weights, okay, making money, improving your life, and achieving your goals, if you feel like you're at the age to start doing it, start doing it. That's what I say. Simple as that. And if you feel that at the ripe age of 4 years old, then you start at the ripe age at 4 years old. Okay? And it's okay. It's okay. You remember me? What up? What up? I'm doing that. Hell yeah. I am one. Good stuff. Hey, what up? What up? Yeah. And like for me, I got lucky. Like, I guess as a kid, I was always thrown into sports. And my dad, he did some extra training with me. So I guess that training did instill somewhat of a mindset. First off, it made me better. So it made me understand I could be better than people at things. Like, and that's just how my life was gonna go. Like, it kind of set the tone that I was gonna be better than most people at things. That's what it kind of did for me. And you may think that's a bad thing, but it's actually a good thing. Because I don't know where my mindset would have been if I never won or was really good at sports at a young age. I don't know if I would have had the same mindset of wanting to be the best at things. You know what I mean? Because, like, I'm being serious. Like, some people, they never experience what it's like to be the best at, like, a sport or a certain thing, so they never actually strive for it because they don't even know, like, if it, like, is fun. It is. I promise it is. It's also the most pressure. If you're the best on the team, it's the most fun, but it's also the most pressure. Because if you lose, it's on you, you know? But also, you score the most touchdowns. You score the most points. You're the most liked on the team. There's no social anxiety when you're the best on the team. This is another thing I want to talk about. When people talk about social anxiety and stuff. And I try to say one of my best things for a young kid in sports that's dealing with social anxiety is to get extremely good at the sport, okay? Don't you notice this? Every single kid that was good on the team, like really, really good, one of the best players on the team, he didn't have social anxiety. Why is that? Why is that? Why did the best kid on the team, even if they were like quiet, even if they didn't talk much, they didn't have social anxiety, okay? It's not like they were nervous, okay? Maybe they didn't like yap like that one dude on the team, but they weren't nervous, okay? They weren't nervous to talk to you. They weren't nervous with their surroundings. They were confident. Why? Because they were good. I am a whole hard believer that most kids that have social anxiety have it because of feeling of inadequacy, feeling of feeling weak, feeling like they're not good enough. That's what I think it stems from. I think if you take a dude that is really, really good in that certain environment, whether it's school, whether it's the playground, whether it's the sport, whether it's theater, whatever it is, if they're really good in that thing, they're going to have less social anxiety because they're comfortable in it, they feel good in it, and they're good at it. Especially at a young age where you don't really know like anything about anything. And then that's why you see people and it's like, "Oh, like at home they're super talkative, but at school they're not." It's like, "Well, cuz in school they don't feel that like they don't feel like they're the king or queen of their environment. They feel like they're, a peasant. But maybe at home in the family they do feel like they're a king and queen of the environment. So they feel like they could say whatever. They don't have social anxiety. You know what I mean? And some people like I remember this probably too when I transitioned from football to lacrosse. So when I played football, I was one of the better players. So I was always used to just being one of the better players. That's just how it worked for me. Okay. And what this did to me is it made me be like, okay, like this, like it's hard. It's like I never, the idea of social anxiety never went through my head because I was always a good player. So it was very easy to talk to people because people like you when you're good. That's just how it works in sports. Sorry, reality of the situation is what it is. Like people are gonna like you more if you're good. Doesn't matter like your personality. Obviously, personality matters. Obviously, if this kid is not good, but they have a really funny personality, obviously people like them as well. I'm saying though, if you are better at the sport, people are gonna like you even if you're kind of an asshole because they like you because you're good. It's like and you're good for the team. But I will tell you, when I transitioned to lacrosse, it was a whole different vibe because that's when I realized, first off, I wasn't the best player. And I kind of saw what it was like to not be the best player and how you kind of, first off, you don't feel like not only do you feel like you don't feel as confident on the field, you don't feel as confident to say things. Like you're one of the more quiet people now on the field because you feel like if you were to say give someone advice, it would be like, well, why are you giving me advice? Like you don't even know what you're doing. Or like you were to say like, hey, pass me the ball. It's like, well, why am I trying to pass you the ball? You suck. You know what I mean? Like you don't feel as confident on the field, and that's what could be stemming from the social anxiety. And I think I really realized that. It's not like I had social anxiety when I was on the lacrosse field. I was like, but I realized like I'm not the best player. Like I don't feel as confident to say things. I don't feel as confident to do things. I don't feel as confident to give advice. I don't feel as confident to do anything. You know what I mean? And the reason was because I was new to the sport like anything else, and I wasn't one of the better players. So when you really put those things together, it's like, okay, well, so is it that people are born with social anxiety, like a chemical reaction in their brain? Or is it just they need to focus on winning at their environment? I know a lot of people disagree with me. I know a lot of people are like, no, social anxiety is they're born with it and they can't do anything about it no matter how much weights they lift, no matter how good they get at sports, no matter how much healthy food they eat, no matter any of that stuff, they're still going to have social anxiety and they still need to do the breathing exercises. This is what bothers me, and I don't want to get into this too deep, but when a therapist, a paid therapist, a licensed paid therapist, like literally is telling one of my friends that their parents are paying money to teach, and he goes, oh, talking about social anxiety and stuff, and this therapist, paid therapist, will literally look at them and go, oh yeah, you should practice breathing exercises. That's all they'll say. They won't ask, well, what sports do you do? Are you good at sports? Are you good on your team? Are you good in school? Are you one of the best performers in your school? They don't even ask questions like that, like what's your actual hierarchy in these social situations, because that's one of the main causes of social anxiety in the first place. They don't question any of that shit. They don't want to, because that's actually truth, and they don't want to hurt their feelings. So instead, what they say is, no, 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 just go do your breathing exercises. And then what happens is you go to school, you get social anxiety because none of the shit that the therapist said works. You start doing your breathing exercises, and guess what happens? The kids look at you like, haha, that kid with social anxiety now has to do breathing exercises. What a weirdo. And he even looks weirder, okay? That's the issue, is that the therapist that was trying to help the kid, and I'm sure thought they were helping the kid because they've been fed bullshit in the whole therapist college system anyway. They feed them bullshit, not how to actually help people. So when that happens, then they give that kid advice and then he starts doing the breathing exercises when, like say some kid's worried about getting like physically bullied, talking about social anxiety, and they say, well, just stop, do your breathing exercise. They start like doing breathing exercises while some kids fucking punch him in the face. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I've heard that before. I've literally heard someone say, when you get social anxiety from, bullies or people physically attacking you, do breathing exercises, Like, no, learn how to fight. Learn how to get strong and defend yourself. Make sure that they know that you are not someone to be messed with, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, you start whipping out those breathing exercises on them, they're going to know that you are, unfortunately, weak. And you might not be weak, but they're going to think you are because you've been given the wrong advice. You don't know what you're talking about because you're too young. You haven't lived through anything yet. Can't give advice with no life experience. So here's the thing. Here's what we got from the genetic failures in their basement. I am good to give advice. And the reason I am isn't because I think, oh my God, my advice is so good, even though I do. It's because the countless amounts of people that come to me and say, hey man, you pissed me off, but I used your advice and it actually helped. I actually feel better and it actually worked and things in my life are improving. So when that happens, I'm like, wow, I guess I am giving good advice. Now you are free to use my advice. You're free to not. Sometimes it's going to work for you. Sometimes it's not. But the truth is, I do think I have a better approach than a lot of the USA Americans in this world that are, obese, have a lot of mental health problems and depression, anxiety, and all that. And yeah. So keep that in mind, guys. And you could see my 250 videos of my life experience that I've done, moving states, going to another college, really learning about humans and psychology and stuff. But yeah. But the funny thing is, yeah, no. People will say I'm young to give advice. People will say I'm young to be a testosterone coach. But, I mean, those same people are like, wow, you're so young, but you've actually helped me and given me a perspective I've never seen in my entire life. And I thank you for that. And that's what keeps me going. For me personally, it's not about like what I say in the mirror. It's about, my supporters and fans being like, man, the advice you gave me really, really helped. So that to me is what keeps me going. So as long as y'all keep giving me that, I will not keep giving advice. All right, what's up, Short? What up? Scrolls of Truth is right, and you and I both have Down syndrome and can't give advice. Oh, shit. I don't have a basement. Would you switch teams from? I don't even know what that means. Doesn't matter what you're talking about. You still don't have experience of life through conditioning long enough to know what you're talking about. Everyone does kind of stuff when they're a kid. Yeah. So like I said, I know I give good advice based off all the people telling me I give good advice. You know, all the people saying, hey man, I used your advice, it really helped. So for me personally, when one person in my chat that doesn't really have a profile picture, probably hating, probably has some mental health issues, probably eats fast food, probably scrolls on their phone, probably hasn't touched the grass, probably doesn't know how to talk to humans. When someone like that is trying to tell me that I don't give good advice, it's very hard for me to take anything they say serious. And I want to be open-minded to everyone. I really do. But the last person that told me I didn't give good advice also brought up in the same sentence that they had 9 mental health issues diagnosed. And they took 15 prescription pills for it. So I was like, this is one of the only people hating on me. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the 15 prescription pill person hating on me, you know. But it's okay. Even if you don't like what I say, I want to help you. I've had some people be like, bro, I hate what you talk about. I hate it, man. 2 weeks later, they come back and be like, bro, I really hated what you talked about, but it actually helped me out. I'm actually doing better, and I'm very thankful for that. And those are the stories I love. So if you could turn into that, you know, we could be friends at the end of the day. Like, I was diagnosed with social anxiety in the late 80s after returning from being a POW for 4 years. Boom, there it is. All right, I see why you don't like me. Okay, I see why you don't like me, because I called out that social anxiety, right, that you got diagnosed with, so now it hit an emotional thing, so then you're like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. It's okay, you don't have to be emotional for this situation. We're all trying to help each other get better life human experiences. We're not trying to argue here, okay? So instead of trying to defend, you know, like social anxiety, like defend this thing that's clearly been hurting you your entire life, how about you actually, you know, try to fight it? Be like, maybe social anxiety is a war that I could beat, not a dictator that's going to control my life. Because how sad is it to think that some diagnosed disease in your brain just has full control over your life and you have no control over what you're doing to fix it? That to me is a sad reality. I'd rather look at social anxiety like this is a missile going into my war brain, but I win the war. And you could think that's crazy. Well, you just came up with a bunch of things, no actual facts or evidence. I'm going off what you said and what you're saying. My facts and evidence is my own reality of life and my own clients saying that works. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be Mr. Studies person, go ahead. You can see that many studies clearly contradict themselves, and a lot of studies have been paid off by people to make money. So if you want to be the studies person, you can go ahead and do that. But the truth is, studies, if you look at a bunch of studies, you'll know they all say different things. So it's really, really hard to actually get a good guesstimate on things unless you actually practice these things for yourself and help other people so then they can tell you how their experience went too. I would say that's the best way to learn things nowadays, especially with all these studies being so contradicting and paying off people and all that. Me telling you that you have no life experience is not saying I don't like you, but you automatically get defensive, say someone doesn't like you because you don't agree with what you're saying. No. Like I said, a lot of people don't agree with what I'm saying. And for the most part, it is usually, I'm not going to say every single time, but for the most part, it is usually out of emotional reaction to truth. It is unfortunate, but it is what happens because a lot of people don't like hearing that. Like I said, like you could tell me I give bad advice. At the end of the day, I got people telling me I give good advice. So it's like I said, it's very hard for me to take anything you say when I have 100 to 2. And your only other teammate, the person that also said I gave bad advice, which was like 2 weeks ago, is someone that takes like 15 prescription drugs. So for me, I'm like, okay. Like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with those people disagreeing with me. Hi there, they're just jealous. They're not as rock hard as you pause. No, let's not go there. Let's not say jealousy. I used to think that way. I used to think every single person that disagreed with me is jealous. This is not always the case, okay? I used to think that. I promise, I used to think that. Don't think I used to think that. But the truth is, not every single person that hates on me or disagrees with me is jealous. Some people genuinely disagree with me. Some people genuinely have a different perspective, a different experience that have led them to disagree with me. And that's okay, okay? Now, the issue is sometimes you could tell through their wording that it's more of an emotional reaction rather than an actual logical disagreement. So you kind of have to navigate which one's which. No, I was diagnosed with social anxiety, but I fought through it because social anxiety is more of a made up thing in your head. I'm now successful on multiple properties and own an electrician company. What I think right now. You don't listen, you just talk a lot. This is funny. Someone just said on my live, which, people are literally watching me. Like you could do anything. Like you could lift weights. Like you could eat a healthy meal. You can go outside, touch grass. You could actually watch anybody else's live too. But somehow you decide that your time is valuable enough to sit here and watch my live where I don't even know what you look like. I'm just reading the words, choosing if I want to read the words. Sometimes your words are so low value that I don't even read them. And you still somehow want to stick on this live. That's the craziest thing to me. One of the craziest things I'll never understood. Stan, I remember this 150-year-old woman. She literally commented on my live saying loser. And I was just like, you are 51 years old. Like a woman that's 50. In what world are you making, are you trying to put some 21-year-old dude that's trying to help men, become better, lift weights, just get higher testosterone, have better human experiences on earth? And this person is over here talking about, oh, wow, me pointing out that you have no life experience because you look young and getting defensive because I told you the truth. So you're kind of being a hypocrite. Like I said, what you're basically doing is trying to, little bro me or whatever. I don't know. You might be a girl, you might be a guy, whatever. But you're trying to be like, no. See, you don't understand because your age, right? Now, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know how old you are. You're probably older, which is why you think you could talk like this. But the truth is you're on someone's live right now. That's what you chose to do with your life. You're on someone's YouTube live talking to them. I'm sorry to tell you, but if you really think that, that is, valuable in any way, unless you're getting advice from me, you're literally just hating. That makes no sense. Why would you not just leave the live? If you say anything else, that's weird. That makes you look like you want to talk more. I'm just letting you know, if you write another thing in this chat, you're a weirdo for that. Because there is no reason where you shouldn't just leave if you don't like the advice. But for whatever reason, you want to stay. But it's funny if someone just blatantly says you have no life experience. They have, you know nothing about my life. You don't know what's going on. You have no idea. You're just saying that purely because you see my face. That is one of the most generalizing things I think I've ever seen anyone do. And judging a book by its cover, too. By just going purely off what I look like. You judge people off what they look like? Oh, I know that probably bothers you, too, because you probably think you're a good person. One of my favorite things to do is call people out when they're judgmental, when they think, oh, I'm not being judgmental. Someone disagreeing with you in your live chat is not an argument. I'm just saying it's a little weird. So, and if you gave off good opinions, hey man, I actually disagree with that statement. Here's why. Instead of saying you know nothing, you have no life experience, you don't know what you're talking about. To me, that's just hate production, and it makes you look jealous. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying everybody that hates on me is jealous, but because you said it, it makes you look jealous. It makes you look insecure. Everyone in the chat knows it. Everyone will know it, unfortunately. Like I said, the fact that you said anything else means that you're still here, means you're still talking, means you still have it. Everything you say and all your comments reflects what I first said about your young kid with no life experience. You sound like one, act like one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That right there, that ending statement. You think that you're a good person, but you're not. You try to hurt people. You try to put them down when they're doing really well. And I hope that actually changes. I hope you can become better. I become a better person. I hope that life could give you a happier version so you don't have so much hate in your heart to try to put someone down that's literally only trying to help people. And I know you think you're a good person. You're not a good person. You're a really, really bad person. You're a really, really sick, ugly, gross person. Just so you know. So we're going to end it here with that. Yeah, you're saying, oh, I know this. No, maybe you're just fucking stupid at 21. Okay, and maybe I'm actually out here doing way better than you at 21, and you wish you could, but you can't. And I'm really sorry about that. I hope God gives you a much better life, and you don't have to put out so much hate in this world. This is insane, bro. Two people, The only two people that have ever hated on me, ever said I've given bad advice, both have tried to tell me that they've been diagnosed with mental health issues. What do we think about that, guys? And then y'all wonder why I'm so motivated to do this stuff. Like, y'all wonder why. Like, y'all wonder why I get so motivated to work and go hard. Like, are we questioning why I wake up with this much motivation anymore? Seriously. Seriously. Because think about it, guys. I literally, like, could easily just be like, yeah, I'm a dumbass, you know? Like, I'm just a meathead dumbass, get sun, eat steak, and lift weights. But no, for whatever reason, I need to take pride in my intellect because it's just too good, and I give too much good advice. I could easily be the meathead. I could easily be the, no, lifting weights, get sun, just primal, who cares? I don't care. My opinions are right because I could kill you. I could easily take that route, but I don't want to take that route, okay? I want to take the route of actually, you know, helping people out, become the best version of myself, mentally, physically, and spiritually. But, yeah. No, definitely interesting, to say the least. I mean, all it does is inspire me to do more, become intellectually more superior, just psychologically more superior. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what this all is about. And yes, I know anyone that actually reads these books about, you know, all this different stuff is like, yeah, like I agree, but you kind of have to do it without saying it. It's like, well, these lives, man, if you really want to go through my lives, if you really want to take that time and go through all of them with the same title, just run through them, then you can go ahead and you can say some stuff that I'm saying about my tricks. But if not, most of the time, most people aren't going to see this. Most people are not going to see this. For the most part, this live is going to go into my YouTube live stocks or whatever, the videos, and it'll sit there forever, and no one will ever look at it. That's the truth. So that makes me a lot more free to do things, even though it's like it is a live. At the end of the day, like, once I say it, it's pretty much over. But yeah, honestly, I don't want to end the live here. I want to get like one last boost of like stuff going on. Like, I don't even know. It's so interesting. Like, I don't want to end the live here. I feel like if I end the live here, I'm going to lose. I can't lose. No. Nope. Sorry. I can't do it. I can't handle it. I can't handle loss. I can't. Nope. My brain is... Here's the issue, guys. When you get my brain to a certain state of, like, ruthless motivation or proving wrong, I can't, like, stop. Like, there is no quit for me. So even if I had said, hey, man, you're only supposed to do a live for 60 minutes. No longer than 60 minutes, right? I could tell myself that. And then 60 minutes will hit, and my brain will be like, hey, no, I'm sorry. That's not allowed. You need to do better. You need to get better. Everything needs to be better. You need to be more improved as a person in every single fashion possible. Okay? Holy shit, I'm like... Okay. Sorry. My test is like through the roof right now. Like, genuinely. I'm like... Here's the issue, man. And it's like, it's a good thing with my approach and it's a bad thing with my approach, okay? The good thing with my approach is you're going to get a very hardworking person that constantly has fire and fuel. The issue with my approach is that every single thing that anyone says, whether they're, you know, high value or low value, I'm going to take personally. Same way that Michael Jordan took everything personal. He has a very sensitive ego. It's the same as me. I literally watch Michael Jordan's videos all the time. He talks about it. He's like, look, man, like in college, like I had to do certain things because my ego was so sensitive. I needed to learn how to control it because if not, it could And I'm like, I think I'm like Michael Jordan. I genuinely do. Like, it doesn't matter what the situation is. Like, 10 people could say, yeah, bro, like, you're better than me at basketball. And the 11th person's like, nah, I could beat you. Nope. Okay. Now, okay, that was how Michael Jordan went. So for me, now for basketball, no. I'm not going to feel that way about basketball. The truth is, I wouldn't say, I would say I'm better than the average, like, 10 people. I would say if you were to get 100 average Americans and we were all play basketball, I'd be top 15. Yes, I think I'd be top 15 player, 1,000%. If you were to get 100 average Americans to play a basketball game, I think I'd be a top 15 player. Just my take. And it wouldn't be for shooting. It'd be for steals and rebounds. They'd be like, I'm sorry, I need this guy for pure athleticism. I think my sheer athleticism would definitely win me a lot of, like, pickup games and, like, stuff like that. Once it gets too much into the skill, though, it's different. I can't end it here, though. I'm sorry. I can't end the stream, guys. I'm sorry. Here's the issue, guys. Unfortunately, you put my brain into a state of mind where I can't lose. So now my brain is not like, it's not in this state of like, hey, like we're just all chilling, like we have a good relaxed, morning. Like for whatever reason, my brain has flipped the script in a certain sense. I'm not going to say flipped it, but I just can't end it now. Like my body is like, no, do not end it. Do not end this stream, brother. If you end this stream, you lose at the devil and the demons. But you know what? I'll tell you guys one thing, man. I have never gotten more hate in my life than when I started doing these live streams. I'm telling you guys right now, I've never gotten more hate in my life than when I started doing these live streams. And it's funny because I was so much like weaker, like low testosterone when I was making these old videos, and never, ever once would I get hate about anything. And I was very like, what's the word? I was very like vulnerable to get attacked. Like I like, you know what I mean? Like I was out there like, and now I'm way more, I'm like this past year, I've probably improved like so many aspects of my life, so much. Not only physically, spiritually, financially, all of those different things. And somehow I have never gotten more hate in my entire life than now. And I'm going to keep it real. There are some people even in my life that used to be way, way, way more supportive. And the more and more I grew, the more they just did not like it. And, the older I get, the more I realize that it might just be a lack of control and inadequacy. It might not even be their faults. Like, some friends want the best for you, but they also don't want you doing better than them. They can't handle that. And they don't realize it, so they may say things that they think are, like, helping you, but it's really not. But they really don't know that all of that actually stems from jealousy and insecurity. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind. But I'll tell you right now, like, if anybody out here is like, although I want to start a channel, but I'm worried about the haters, or like, how do I deal with the haters? How do you deal with the haters? Same way I deal with them, okay? Use them to your motivation, okay? And at the end of the day, you're going to get hate. The better you do at things, I think the more hate you're actually going to get to a certain extent. Or at least the more you, like, platform your, whatever you're good at. That's what I would say. I would say if you're platforming what you're good at, you're going to get hate for it. Because like I said, people get really jealous, man. It sucks, but people really do get jealous. And here's the issue, dude. And I mean, I know a lot of really famous, am I stupid? Yeah, I feel like I'm being stupid right now. No, something's wrong. Something went wrong here. Something went wrong here. God. Sorry, my bad. I'm completely off what I'm talking about right now. And that is completely my fault. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I don't like what's going on here at all. Like at all. I don't know. I don't even know what's going on, but I don't like it. You guys don't even know what I'm talking about. What up? Can I get a shout out? What up, Rylan? Was good, was good. What up, Sidhu? What up, what up? Yeah, we're just talking about haters, how to navigate them, how to understand that the better you get, the actual more hate you're going to get. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie, the only thing that really helps me with the haters is honestly looking at dudes on social media that are really jacked also with haters. That's the only thing that makes me feel better. Is like, when I see like, do I understand you are the best, best YouTuber ever? Oh, thank you, brother. But no, like seriously, I'll see dudes super good looking, super tan, super jacked, super like basically like the ideal body type, you know, just like an ideal lifestyle too, making a bunch of money, you know, and I swear to God, all the comments, you know, obviously are a bunch of girls being like, oh my God, he's so hot, blah, blah. And then dudes just jealous, just commenting like, bro, you look like so weird, like, oh, bro, like put those, like, just people like hating on this dude. I'm like, bro, why are people hating on this dude? Like, he's literally jacked, he's tan, he's good looking, like, he's making all this money. In what world, why are people hating on this dude? The reason they're hating on him is because they're jealous and they can't handle it. A lot of dudes don't realize this because they're so inadequate and they've never actually dealt with it. But the truth is, and there's a lot of high value dudes that talk about this a lot. He says he's not friends with dudes that have like inadequate traits, like unable to make money, unable to get girls, because he believes that if you are unable to do those things, you will get jealous no matter what, no matter how good of a person you are, which I think is such an incredible, like, when I see you, I drool, you're incredibly beautiful. Oh, thank you. Thank you, it means a lot. When I see that, I'm just like, that's so true. Like, and it's such a raw, scary talk that's so real. But the truth is, like, if your friend doesn't get girls and your girl is like a 10 out of 10 and your girl tries to, you know, do something with him, do you think your friend, even if he's a good person who's never got a girl, has a 10 out of 10 walking up to him, like, do you think he wants to prove his loyalty to you as a friend in that moment? Or do you think he wants to do the life experience that he's been fiending for the past 20-something years of his life? You know what I mean? Like, that's why it's like, well, you need to be friends with people that are already good at things, already get girls, and already are making money. So then they'll never scam you out of money. Think about it. A dude doesn't have money, and he wants to be your friend, and he sees you making all this money. Like, how is he not going to get jealous of you? So that was that one dude's point. He's like, guys, I don't think you understand something. Like, you're over here like, how do I find jealous friends? How do I not find jealous friends? You don't understand. Like, every single person that isn't in that, like, state of mind of, like, making a bunch of money and getting a bunch of girls is most likely going to get jealous of you. It's a sad, hard reality, but think about it in a primal sense. Think about you for a fact. Have you ever been jealous of someone? Have you ever been envious of someone? So then it gets to the point where it's like, okay, you could still win as a friend even if you do feel that jealous state, as long as you actually, here's the best way to do it. You can tell the friend, hey man, I'm fucking jealous of that. Like, if your friend has a good physique, it is so much better to be like, I'm literally jealous of your physique. I'm jealous of you, that you have such a good physique, instead of just talking shit behind his back, being like, bro, he's trying too hard in the gym. He looks like a try hard. You can see him all red and sweating in the gym, bro. What is he even doing? There are people that will literally say that. Like you are try hard for working hard at your goals. It's the craziest thing ever. But yeah, no, keep that in mind, that I wholeheartedly believe as a man, you should do everything in your power to make as much money as possible, to get as much, you know, successes as possible, so your ability to get jealous goes down. You know what I mean? Because I think overall, every man in there has a primal instinct of getting jealousy. So at that point, it's, you have to navigate, like, okay, am I going to use this jealousy to grow? Or am I going to use it to project on this person, or just get mad at myself? You know what I mean? Like, I know some people that don't even realize they're getting jealous. They'll project it on someone else and think that they're helping the person. I know some people like that. I'm being serious. Like, there will be a person out there that will say some little subliminal comment, hide it as advice, be like, no, 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 I'm just giving you advice. But why were you never giving me advice before? Why do you never give me advice? Why all of a sudden, now that I'm doing really well, making all this money, looking really, really good online, all of a sudden, now there's advice. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I don't want to hear your advice. How's your business going? Oh, you don't have one? Okay, why are you giving me advice then? Like, seriously. But again, keep that in mind, guys. Always going to be haters out there. Always going to be people not liking that you're growing. And the more you grow, the more you're going to realize it. Because when you first start doing it, you're going to see like people are like, oh, like good stuff being in the gym. And then the second you're actually bigger than your friend, or you're stronger than your friend, you're more muscular than your friend, and it's like real and it's raw and they see it, all of a sudden the dynamic change. All of a sudden they're like, whoa, wait a second, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I saw this, guys. I saw this firsthand. I went through every stage of being a man. I went through the short, skinny stage. I went through, the medium-sized phase. I went through the taller, lengthier, and then more taller, a little bit muscular, and then taller, muscular. So I'm telling you right now, every single stage is different, and men will treat you very, very differently based off how well you're doing in life. 1,000%. One thing I noticed for sure is dudes don't like me as much. 1,000%. Women like me more, obviously, to a certain extent. Like, attraction-wise, not necessarily like... Before, I think girls were more like, oh, he's so cute and nice, and now they're like, oh, why do I like him? Which is much better, by the way. And that's the thing. But dudes, like, actually, genuinely don't... a lot of them really, really don't like me. I'm going to be honest. Like, because before I used to think like, oh, wait, everyone likes me. Like, I'm super chill. Like, everyone's nice to me. Like, in school, everyone's nice to me. I didn't realize a lot of dudes just didn't see me as a threat. That's why they were super nice to me. Like, they were like, oh, you're weak, skinny, blah, blah. Oh, nice, good to see you. Like, they were excited to see me because it's just a cool person to see. Just, I feel non-threatened. The second I got big and strong, all of a sudden, those same dudes, not all of them, some dudes were like, no, it's still good to see you. Some dudes were like, I don't like seeing you like this. Like, I don't like this dynamic. I don't like that you're taller than me. I don't like that you're bigger than me. This wasn't what was supposed to happen. They just don't like it. So it could really, really bother people. Like, you have to understand that when you are in the growth state, some people close to you that you don't realize were actually not your friends are actually going to start hating on you. Another sign that someone really, really doesn't like that you're growing is they're going to constantly bring up the old you. They're going to constantly say, remember when you did this? Remember when you were doing all this? Like, remember the old you? Remember? They're going to constantly bring up the old you, okay? And that is a biggest sign of a friend that hates that you're growing, okay? And you have to recognize it, because the truth is, a lot of people don't realize they do this stuff. A lot of people think that they're actually being a good friend. They think that they're, like, oh, no. Like, I'm actually doing it to help them, like I promise. But in the back of their head, okay, they really just don't like it, and they don't know how to respond, so it's a defense mechanism. A lot of people don't realize how much their defense mechanism actually comes out without them even realizing it. Okay. Dude, I'm having a bad day. Sorry. Oh, no, you're good. Everyone's good. But why? Because I shouldn't be doing that to people. Oh, what up? It's okay. Kiki, sorry. It's okay. Yeah, no, we're all chilling here. Like I said, we got a good ecosystem, a good community of people that all is taking advice, giving advice. We're doing push-ups, making money, becoming the best versions of ourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. And that's good. Like, that's what I'm looking for here. And we are going to get haters. I get more haters than I think I think like is like a normal amount. Like, I notice, like, yes, I do see some other dudes that also get hate too, and so it makes me feel a little bit better. But like, I definitely get more hate than the average person with 2,000 subscribers. Like, I get hate like a person with 400,000 subscribers that's like working out and stuff. Because literally, I looked at the dude's live, because I never look at people's lives. I don't care. But I looked at this dude's live. Super good looking. Super jacked. Super like, just like an epitome of a good male life. And all the dudes in the comments, just jealousy, like, oh, you're not all that. Like, bro, stop being weird and flexing the camera. Like, I'm like, are you serious, bro? This dude's good looking, tan, and jacked, and makes a bunch of money. Why are all these dudes jealous? And all the girls, obviously, like, oh my God, he's so hot, which rightfully so. And like, the dudes just get so bothered by some guy that's like, I'm just like, why? Like, become that. Like, get inspired by that. Why do you have to look at some dude that's all jacked and good looking and be like, I hate it. Stop trying so hard. Why don't you look at them and be like, man, I want to be like you one day. Like, good stuff. Like, that's motivating. Why is it never that? Why is it always jealousy? Like, why does the jealousy have to take over right then and there? Because you guys know jealousy, at the end of the day, unless you're using it to your advantage, subjected, like, oh, he's probably on roids. He probably, like, has got problems or whatever. Like, okay, and then go back and just eat your shitty food. How about instead be like, damn, that guy's jacked. That makes me want to do 100 push-ups right now. That is the mindset that you need. Sorry. Are you hamburger? Hello, sir. You are belong from which country? I'm USA. My boyfriend don't like me. My boy like football. Nice. Are you hamburger? No. Yo, was good. Gay with mustache? No, just mustache, brother. Said sorry. It won't happen again. Hamburger. You hit gym already? Not yet, brother. What would you do if the world was ending? If the world was ending, I'd probably, just try every high stimulation activity there is. Like jump out of a plane. I don't know. Oh, man. Thank you for whoever's subbing, by the way. I just got hella new subscribers coming in. Thank you guys for that. That means a lot. Because I know we're definitely out here, doing some interesting stuff, to say the least. But yeah, I'm also sorry about getting on that tangent about... Oh, thank you. Yeah, we just got more subscribers. Thank you. Sorry about getting on that tangent about haters. It's just sometimes, I get some people that really, really, undermine, everything. And it's just... We kind of need to talk about it as an ecosystem of, like, how do you navigate that? How do you deal with someone saying something that you clearly don't like, that you're not just going to forget or ignore? You know what I mean? Like, how do you navigate that? How do you win at that? Well, the way to win at it is to use this motivation to become the best version of yourself, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And I know this is a very unique approach that not everyone uses. Like, some people genuinely disagree with me. They think the idea of getting mad at something and, like, letting it ride out in your brain to push you to do better, they think that's psychopath. To me, I'm just like, I don't know. That's how I grow. Do read my comment. I don't know what your comment is. You have to say it again. Hey, I have a great question. You see people like you motivate us to hustle so we become rich. But wait, if everyone became rich, then who will be the waiter at restaurant, the garbage guy, the clean? I love that fucking question. So let's go over it. So I have about 15 people watching me right now. So, let's say all 15 is going to get all this different advice from me. You want to know a sad reality? The sad reality is a lot of these people in this chat that are watching will never succumb to anything. They'll never be successful at anything extremely. They'll probably work a corporate job. They'll probably, eat fast food, and just do bullshit their entire life. But there is a select few of people that hear my advice and actually want to make a difference. So, yes, I do see your point where it's like, who's going to be that person? But the truth is, they're here. Okay, they're here watching because they made the decision to hear what I say and not take the advice, so they didn't end up becoming what they became. And so they'll end up still doing those jobs. So I think a lot of people have to understand, like, yes, motivation videos and, like, motivation, like, feed has become a lot bigger and a lot more people are getting motivated to lift weights, make money and stuff. But at the end of the day, you have to understand 95% of the people that watch those motivating videos, they are just scrolling it and just going off with their life. They're not doing anything to change it. They're not actually being motivated. Some people watch motivating videos all day and then don't do one thing for their business. Seriously, you have to understand, like, most people that watch the motivating stuff are not going to go out doing the motivating stuff. So as much as I want to think that every single person that's watching is actually going to take my advice, use it, and become the best version of myself, I know the way that statistics works, that's just not the case. So we'll be okay. There will definitely be garbage guys still doing garbage, and there'll definitely be people still, and there won't be too many rich people. I can almost guarantee you that there will not be too many rich people, because getting rich is very hard, and a lot of people don't like hard. So even if I were to give them all this good advice and give them the exact breakdown on how to make money, they still wouldn't do it. You guys have to understand, a lot of people on this earth, USA Americans, could give an entire blueprint on how to make $1 million, okay? And most of them would not do it. Most of them would not take the time to do it. Most of them would be like, nope, this is too much work. I don't want to learn about scaling. I don't want to learn about how to use AI the right way. I don't want to learn about any of this stuff. I just want to work my job, listen to my boss, and go watch my movies on the weekends and eat my fast food. And that's just their life, what they'll do. And that's okay. You need winners, you need losers to have winners. That's the thing is, like, there is going to be people that are going to lose. Like, that's a fact. Okay? There are going to be people on this earth that are going to lose. Okay? You need, and the sad reality of the world is that it's becoming a lot more like winner and loser, more like one winner, 1,000 losers. Like, it's becoming a lot different, especially for men. Like, here's one thing I'll definitely tell you that's true about men, okay? The discrepancy of value in men has completely changed. Okay, before, it was like, I don't know if you guys used to watch, like, old PE videos of, like, you know, like, them doing athletic training, like, the 60s. Notice something. All the dudes look the same. All the dudes are pretty muscular, not super muscular, pretty athletic, not super like just an average athletic build guy in 1960s. Now there's a big discrepancy. Now we have dudes that are 17, 18 years old taking roids, deadlifting, 700 pounds, benching 400, 500 pounds. And then you also have the whole other side of that, which is like a 600-pound kid that can barely move, is barely mobile, plays video games all day. So we have one side of the, and then the other side of it, okay? Before it was a lot more close. It was a lot more like everyone's kind of the same. We can all do the same thing. Now there's a big, 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 big gap, okay? So when we talk about like, oh, there has to be losers to be winners, I'm saying nowadays it's like even 10 times fold. Like there is way more winners like up here and way more losers up here. Like the discrepancy is massive now. Before it was like you're an average dude, everyone's average, everyone is athletic, everyone can do normal PE stuff, and everyone kind of looks the same. Now it's like there are people that are literally jacked, like genetic specimens, implied or implemented hard work, roids, and all the other stuff with the perfect time, with perfect genetics, and they look insane, like a superhuman being that no one's ever seen before. And you have some people that are complete opposite, 300, 400, 500 pounds. The only way you can even look like that is because of the bullshit food that we have. No one in Europe could even get that fat. It's literally impossible. And I think because of this discrepancy, it's caused an immense amount of jealousy in men. I'm going to keep it real. And the jealousy is now out in the world on social media. So now it's just not some like before, the way men used to get jealous is you would go like to the local, I don't know, like gathering for your community or whatever, like 100 years ago, and you'd see some like the main guy that owns the land with like the hottest girl or whatever. Like that was jealousy back in the day, and like now it's like you go on social media and you see thousands of men living the richest lifestyle of yachts, cars, all this nice stuff, hot women, all of it. And then obviously you're just sitting in there. If you're like 300 pounds not doing shit, that'll never be your life. You can get really, really jealous to an extreme extent. Not just like the, man, that guy has more land than me and that's why he has the hotter girl. It's like, this guy has more money than me. He's more jacked than me. He's smarter than me. He literally has everything better than me, and I am getting shown it every single day. It's a whole different life experience of jealousy. Like, no wonder dudes are way more jealous now. Think about it. Like, I'm not gonna lie, maybe we just came up with something like on this stream of like a whole thought process here. Like maybe that's why dudes are so jealous now, because the discrepancy of being like the high value man to a low value man is so massive. Like the gap is so massive that the ones that are on this side feel like it's basically impossible to get on the other side. So jealousy is way, way more rampant, because it's like the jealousy is not just like one like social gathering. It's like scrolling, jealous. So you just have jealousy in your brain every time you see it. It's scary, man. It's scary, dude, because it's almost like you want the best for like your friends or even just like people that view you in general. But because they can't handle their own impulsive brain being jealous or, and feeling inadequate, they end up like ruining the experience of getting any help. You know what I mean? It's very, very sad. Like I'm still super open-minded to helping anyone that even hates on me. Even if you literally hate on me, tell me you have the shittiest advice ever, and then 2 weeks later you're like, man, I hated your advice, but I actually used it and it worked. I'm still willing to help you. I'm not gonna look at you like, bro, no, fuck you, bro. You said I had bad advice in front of everyone. No. I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm happy that you're vulnerable, opened up. Okay, and now we're at a good spot where we can actually change something. Like, that's what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind, that I'm always looking to help you no matter what the situation is. But I really do find it sad how many jealous men there are in the world, and like how the social media has kind of forced men to be way more jealous because of this discrepancy in value. And I think the only way to win at that situation is to become not only as jacked as possible, as rich as possible, and able to defend yourself as much as possible, because that way no one could really like win over a weird situation. So think about it this way. Say some big dude, like some big O lineman, like high school O lineman, right? Peaked in high school, sees you at a bar, sees you winning, getting a bunch of girls and stuff, gets super jealous, right? Uh, Tries to maybe physically intimidate you because he used to be that, now he's not, but he still has like size over you. That's why you need to become able to defend yourself and be able to basically like have the mentality that I could fucking beat the shit out of anyone. Because if not, then situations like that where someone's jealousy could possibly make you look inadequate and weak. So because of that, you have to become so strong that, because the stronger you get, the more jealous people are going to get. So you need to become stronger to deflect it. So because of that, you need to become so strong, so able to defend yourself, that even if people are jealous, you're so undeniably strong and confident and awesome that like when anytime anyone projects any hate on you, they instantly see it as jealousy. Like, I remember this one dude in my high school, such a good looking kid. And I remember so many dudes would hate him. Like, why? Like, he's so nice. Like, I'm telling you right now, this is the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. He's just an extremely good-looking kid. And dudes, I literally would hear dudes be like, I hate that dude. I'm like, why? He didn't do it. Like, he literally is, like, a normal-ass dude. Like, not too far to anything. Like, very just normal, just good-looking. And they literally can't handle it. They can't handle seeing a good-looking person. Like, nope. Like, nope, I don't like that dude. I'm like, that is, every single person you say that in front of, you look jealous. Because he's so good looking, they just know you're jealous. And that's my point, is you got to become that undeniable. You got to become that undeniable that every single time anyone projects anything to you, people instantly think, well, that's because you're jealous. That's how you have to do it. That's what I'm saying. If anyone ever hates on my body, they look at my body and go, okay, well, you're just jealous because clearly he has a good body. You know what I mean? I needed that reality. You know what I mean? I don't have that reality with money yet. I don't have enough money for people to be like, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't make any money. Be like, well, clearly I have money, so obviously I'm right. I don't have that luxury yet. I don't make money enough to do that yet. I want to make money so I can have that, but that's how undeniable you need to be. You know what I mean? So think about it that way. Like, but that was always a good lesson for me, is like knowing like, wow, like this dude, super good looking and super nice. Like, literally super nice. Like, never once has been mean. Like, never once was always just respectful, nice, like a respectful kid. Like, if an adult were to walk up to him and be like, that's a very, very respectful kid. Like, very, very, like, just respectful. Like, a very respectful person. Like, no ego attached. Like, could easily have an ego. Very good-looking kid. Doesn't have any ego. And I swear to God, there was dudes out there, so many dudes in my high school that hated him. I'm like, how? How? Like, how? Just because you're jealous. It has to be. It has to be jealousy. It has to be jealousy, because if not, then I just don't get it. I just don't get how you could hate someone like that. Like, but it was a good lesson because it made me realize, like, wow, like, some dudes really just can't handle someone else being, like, better. Like, they can't handle it. And that's why you really, really have to become the best version of yourself and become better, you know? You know? But also, another guy that I like talks about this too. He's like, jealousy is power. You don't understand. Jealousy is power, guys. Some of you guys take jealousy the wrong way. You're like, jealousy is power, right? Like, if someone's actually jealous of you, that gives you power. That means that you're able to make them feel a certain way that not many other people can make them feel, purely because you're existing. Are you gay? No. Guy that you like. I don't know. I don't know what we're saying, but no, I'm straight, single. I can give out some relationship advice if y'all want to. Like I said, on how to like attract, how to maintain, how to save your relationship. No, I'm just kidding. That's not where I'm at. Because my mindset is there is no saving a relationship. Once it's cooked, it's cooked. You just said you like this man. Best video in your opinion? I don't know. What video? We're talking about my videos? I don't know. I demand an answer for my very exquisite. Shall I go to the attic, grab a young feeling? I don't even know what that is. Or stay, let young feeling grow and grow down. Dude, I don't even know what that means, bro. Like, I don't. Yo, I got a baddie for you. As a friend. You just said you like this man. Yeah, I don't know. Like, y'all are going to need to be way more specific with what y'all are saying. I meant as in video game like Minecraft. Oh, best video game. Madden 2K. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think I might end the stream here. I know. I only wanted to make it 60 seconds. Somehow it ended up being way longer. For whatever reason, shit happens, is what it is. Here's the truth, guys. If you're in a growth state right now, guess what? You're gonna get hate. If you are growing in any way, you are going to get hate, okay? I want you to know that. Because it really, like, I don't want you guys to get discouraged by hate. And when my viewers are like, oh, I want to start, but I'm worried about hate, it bothers me. Because I'm like, bro, they're only hating because they're not doing what they want to be doing. You're doing what you want to be doing. You have to understand that. And not in, like, a cringy way, like, fuck the haters. Like, no. Like, if someone hates on me, it is only going to motivate me to become the best version of myself, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Because at the end of the day, a misrepresentation of myself, which would, be projected as in hate, is unacceptable. Simple as that. And obviously, that doesn't mean that every single hate comment, you need to just go in and, like, obviously defend yourself and be like, but I'm saying that overall, you're not going to be able to deal with the hate unless you have the the thing in your internal brain, like your internal body, to be like, yeah, I'm gonna use it to my advantage, get motivated. Like, I'll tell you right now, like, this stream motivated me. Like, at the end of the day, I'm more motivated to work harder, get more money, give better advice, and become more jacked. Like, that's what it did. It motivated me. And there wasn't even that much hate, but just one hate comment could just force me. I mean, I'm already constantly repeating all these hates in my head from years and years that really constantly motivate me. But if I could just use extra hate, might as well, just for motivation. Like, it's like free motivation. Like, thanks. But yeah, this has been an interesting stream. I definitely am going to chill out because I'm a little overstimulated and I kind of need to get more in a flow state, which is fine. We'll get there. But it's been a good stream, okay? Definitely been a good stream, bro. What are you doing? Just vibing. What up? How's your day going? It's going good. It's going okay. Cat, isn't it? Please go up the attic, save the cat. He isn't in the stream yet. Work harder and don't give up and don't care about the haters. Yep. Work harder. Work harder. Seriously, I'm being serious, guys. The harder you work, the harder it's going to be for their hate to stick. That's what I'm saying. The more undeniable you get, physically, mentally, and spiritually, the more the hate is only going to look like jealousy. Like, if someone's hating on you, and this is a sad reality. I'm going to end the stream with a very, very sad reality. If someone's hating on someone, a 300-pound dude, for being 300 pounds, people instantly look at that as bullying, and you're a victim, okay? But if someone's hating on you, and you're tan and jacked, they instantly look at that as jealousy, okay? Do what you want with that information, but that's the reality of the situation, okay? Would you rather be the person where people look at you like you're a victim, or would you rather be the person where people look at you like, damn, they're jealous of that guy? Okay, and the thing we all know what we want. So, yeah, it's been a good stream, though. I hope y'all work hard, do your push-ups, and just become the best version of yourself, man. Because at the end of the day, I need you to. For me. Do it for me, okay? If you're not going to do it for you, do it for me. And then you'll understand that you're actually doing it for yourself the entire time. And come back to me and let me know how it went. Because seriously, I love when y'all come back and tell me, hey, man, I did what you said and it worked. That to me is like candy, straight up. So keep that in mind. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep being a beast. I will for you and me. Hell yeah, brother. Love that. Hell yeah. So yeah, keep it up. Keep working. Do not quit. Do not quit. Do not quit. I don't want you to quit today. I really don't. Seriously. All right. Peace out.